Alright, hello scientists, welcome back. I hope your first couple days of e-learning went well. I want to quickly walk through what your lab is going to look like today. So this is the same lab that we would have done if we were in school, only we've modified it a little bit so you can use just materials that you have at home. So the things that you're going to need for this lab are you're going to need something to make a ramp out of. Here I am using a diaper box, so if you have cardboard or anything flat, honestly I could use this coffee table, that would work as well. Just something that you can elevate to 3 different ramp heights. You will also need something that rolls, so I'm going to use a tennis ball, but you could use a toy car or something else as long as it's able to roll down the ramp. Now your task is going to be to time this ball or car as it rolls from the top of the ramp to the bottom. And what I want you to compare is how does the potential energy at the top compare to the kinetic energy at the bottom. Now, in order to do that, you have to be able to calculate the top potential and the bottom kinetic. To calculate potential, you need 3 things. You need gravity, 10 meters per second squared. You also need the mass. Here, if you have a fancy balance at home, you can use that. You might have one in your kitchen, or you can just Google. You can Google exactly what the mass of a tennis ball is. Just make sure whatever method you use, you find that mass and you convert it into kilograms. So typically this would be in grams, convert it into kilograms, move that decimal place 3 times. To find the potential energy, you will also need the height. To measure height, you can use a ruler, you can use tape measure. There is an iPad app called Measure that you can get on your phone as well, that you can use augmented reality to find it. Or you could even just Google how big is a tennis ball in diameter, or your phone, and just eyeball how many tennis balls worth and figure out how many meters is that. To find the kinetic energy at the bottom, you will need to know its final velocity and its mass. We found its mass earlier, so to find its final velocity, you have to use the kinematic equations. You know that it started at 0 meters per second, has some final velocity, and you know the length that this is if you use your ruler or a tape measure or whatever you Googled as your reference point, and you can time how long it takes. You know the time, you know the distance, you know the initial velocity, you can calculate the final velocity. You're going to be going through this at 3 different heights, collecting data 3 separate times, and going from there to find, again, the potential at the top compared to the kinetic at the bottom. Good luck. If you need help, check the reference videos in Schoology.